The Shaw Festival is announcing today which charities they have selected to receive funding. In turn, the Shaw is also accepting a grant from the province to help open its doors to all members of the community.
I did not know, and I'm so impressed with the Shaw, the community grants. I did not realize that you provided community grants and for what length of time you've been doing it. And when I was looking at the list of all the groups, they're all groups that I know, that I personally support, not just politically. It's really neat to see that the Shaw's giving back to the community as well.
And so what we're happy then to do today is to make these presentations to all of the really truly worthy organizations that we see the representatives of here in the room today.
Do you feel that Shaw contributes back to the community?
Oh, they do a lot for us. I mean, they put us on the map. I'd be hard-pressed to tell you how long they've been here, but certainly I've been here for 8 years, and I was drawn here many years ago for a visit, and so was my wife. So the Shaw really is a big part of our community, and very appreciative of their grant. And we might see them again next year. So we'll see how that goes.
What do you plan on doing with the money?
Well, our plan is to renovate our building. What we're trying to do is make it accessible for our veterans and our senior members. So we're looking at putting an elevator to get up to the second floor. We're looking at putting handicap washrooms. And we have, the building is getting old. We need to really renovate upgrade some of the mechanicals, such as our washrooms and our floor. So that's our goal, is to raise some money to do that. This project will probably take us a couple of years. We are approaching as many grant distributors as we can. We are going to do some drives in our own community, so we are going to go to the local industries. We're going to go to our members. So our goal is to raise $200,000. We've got our first quotes, which came in about 3 times that. So something has to change. So we're in the middle of deciding that. We are going to go with phase 1, which will be upgrading our mechanicals and looking at putting in our elevator in. So those are our first 2 targets on phase 1. And then we're going to go to phase 2 and 3 beyond that.
We have applied for assistance to make the Royal George fully accessible. Well, fully is perhaps an overstatement, but we needed a way to make sure that people in wheelchairs, frankly, could get into the Royal George in a really dignified manner. And we've got a wonderful design. We submitted applications to the 2 senior levels of government. We have received support from both. We will be able to proceed with that project.
Well, the Shaw Festival received a Trillium Grant, and we're very excited about that because what it allows us to do is some important accessibility updates to all 3 of our physical facilities. We're going to install a very important ramp at the Royal George Theatre so that patrons with accessibility issues can enjoy that beautiful Edwardian opera house called the Royal George. We're also going to install some important automatic doors for people to be able to enter in and out of the buildings more easily. Again, very important updates to make sure that all our patrons are welcomed into the Shaw Festival with dignity and with ease.
The Ontario Trillium Foundation has a number of grant review teams throughout the province. So I represent the Niagara Grant Review Team, and we receive all the proposals, and then we go through a lengthy analysis of the proposals to see how they match up to the criteria that the Trillium Foundation has developed for the province and for Niagara, and the criteria is really focused on developing a healthier community in each community. So we go through a lengthy 3-month process in analyzing the proposals, sometimes meeting with the the agency submitting the proposals, asking them more questions, and then we make recommendations to the provincial foundation's board of directors on which proposals are funded.
Okay, so now that we're into the season, how are things going this year?
Things are going very well at the Shaw Festival. We're up and running. All 10 of our productions are in performance now, so we're very excited about that. We have some really wonderful plays. Enchanted April actually officially opens this coming weekend, and it's just a delightful, transformative production. And then over at the Royal George, we have an extraordinary production called The Faith Healer, which is a really beautiful piece. 3 actors retelling a story from their past, from their various perspectives. Some outstanding performances, it's a profound experience in the Royal George Theatre, so people need to come and check that out in particular.
Congratulations to Shaw and all of the worthwhile charities receiving funding today. For more information on the Shaw Festival and the performances, check out the website. Reporting for The Source, I'm Rebecca Brown.